Hello, this video is a quick demonstration and tutorial for the Mesh Explosion package, which is a Unity special effects script, and it is on the asset store right now. Now, as you might have guessed from the name of the package, it is a script that takes a mesh, any mesh you like, and explodes it out into its component triangles and makes it look cool. So what you're looking at here is the web player demo that you can see for yourself if you click the link in the description, and this is just a simple demonstration of what the script does and a few of the different ways you can use it. Each of these spheres is just a simple game object with the sphere, mesh filter and renderer, and with the mesh exploder script that I'll show you how to do in a minute. And this is the default settings. Show you that again. And this one has slightly different settings to give it a more kind of regular looking explosion. This one has some has its settings turned inside out so that it's an implosion rather than an explosion. And this last one has some very weird settings that just don't make it not actually explode at all, but just do a kind of weird shuddering, glittering, shiny, fadey effect, which looks really cool. So now I've switched back to Unity to show you how to use Mesh Explosion. So when you import the package, it'll look like this, and this includes the demo scene that you saw in the web player, and so you can play that for yourself. But I'll show you how to set that up from scratch instead. So I've created a blank scene, and I'll add a sphere to it, put it at the origin, move the camera so it can see it nicely, add a light so that it shines, good. And so here's the sphere object as created by Unity. As you can see, it has a filter and a renderer and a collider, which is very handy. So all you need to do to make this explodable is to drag the Mesh Exploder script onto the object. You'll see there are some options. I'll explain what some of those do in a second. So adding a mesh exploder on its own doesn't actually do anything, because you need to actually invoke the exploder at the appropriate time in your game, which you do by calling its explode method or sending it an explode message. And the demo folder comes with a quick script that does that for you. So this, just click or tap to explode. You click or tap if you're on a touchscreen platform, and that will simply send the explode message for you. So then you just run the project, and it's as simple as that. Now, just to go through some of the options quickly, the minimum and maximum speed, they determine how fast each triangle will explode away from the object. It's randomly selected between the minimum and maximum. Exactly the same deal for the rotation. Fading, you can select whether you want it to be opaque for a while first or before it fades, and you can determine how long it should fade for. These are a bit more involved. Sometimes you need these depending on what kind of mesh you're exploding, but that's all explained in the README file that comes with the package, so I won't bother going into them here. And I'll just show you in the demo scene what was going on. So this one is the default settings, which just gives it a cool kind of energetic explosion. This one has the minimum and maximum speed are the same, so that all the triangles explode at exactly the same rate, like so. And the rotation speed is exactly the same as well. So every triangle is moving in exactly the same way, although they're exploding around different angles. This one is the one with the implosion. So the way you do that is you just have a minimum and maximum speeds which are negative instead of positive. And this one was the one which didn't actually explode at all, and that was achieved simply by setting the minimum and maximum speed both to 0, so that the triangles don't actually move anywhere, they just rotate, and then the fade time on that one is longer, so that it takes 10 seconds for it to disappear. Now, just to show you that you can explode things other than spheres, this is some other scenes I've set up for testing. Here's one with some barrels, which look particularly cool. And if you're using Unity 4 or above, then you can also use Mesh Explosion with skinned mesh renderers, which are as in animated things. So this is a guy who is Robot Kyle, which is a free asset on the asset store. As you can see, he's playing back an idle animation, and what will happen when I explode him is that it'll take the current frame of that animation and explode that. And so here's one with the default settings. Here's one with some slower explosion, which looks even more brutal, I think. And here's one with some, which is imploding, parts of the moon imploding and parts of the moon exploding at the same time, which just looks very strange indeed. Okay, so that's the demonstration and tutorial. Please check out the package on the asset store, and thanks a lot for watching. Bye!